Hello everyone, welcome to this video series. Today we are going to see how can we export a virtual machine into OVF or OVA formats. So we installed OVF tool in the Windows machine. I opened the command prompt and browse to the OVF tool location. So to export the virtual machine to OVF, we need to type the full URL of virtual machine location. So basically we need to type vi slash vCenter server URL FQDN. So once you type, it will ask for credentials for your vCenter server. You can enter the administrative credential. So my case, I'm just entering SSO credential of my vCenter server. Enter the password. So once the password is entered, it will show an error message that it's on wrong location. It's on wrong kind of object. So basically, when we want to read the information about the virtual machine, so we have to give the full URL path. So this is my data center name. MD-lab is my data center name. So again, further navigate to the VM location. We can type the data center, again enter the username and password of vCenter server. Again, it will show the information about the further location, which is like VM or a host. So basically we want to get the information about the virtual machine so that we can export that particular virtual machine to an OVA or OVF format, right? So it is again given the possible completion as a virtual machine or host. So we have to again type data center name slash VM and enter the administrative credential. So this is going to list all the virtual machines which is running on my vCenter server. So when you enter the credentials, basically it is going to list the virtual machines, list list the virtual machines, list the virtual machines which are running in my virtual machine. So in the vCenter server, so this is my virtual machine list of virtual machines which is running on that particular. Let's take one of the virtual machine as an example. So we can read the properties of that particular virtual machines using the VM name slash web VM. I'm getting the information about this particular virtual machine, web01. So it provides the information, the VM OVF details of what is a OVF version and what is the virtual machine name, what is the kind of configuration like memory, CPU disk configured, what is the disk size, and what about the network information. All this information will be displayed here. So basically this shows the information about that particular virtual machines. So it helps us to understand before we export, so what will be the size, what is the configuration, all this information can be read from here. So to export the virtual machine as on OVF, so basically we have to give the full path of virtual machine, the full path of the virtual machine. Here it is, the vCenter server, my data center, VM, and location. And we have to give the directory where we want to export the OVF file. So OVF file is a single file. So we have to give the export directory and the OVF file name. Here in my case, I'm giving web01.ova. Just click enter. It will ask for the administrative credentials. So enter the password for this. So it started the exporting the virtual machine as an OVF. So it takes a little time based on your virtual machine size. So here I just completed and we have successfully exported our virtual machine as an OVF. So let's open up the directory, which is VM export. This is the directory I have given during the command line. So I have my OVF file which is exported. So my virtual machine is now exported as an OVF. So let's see how can we do OVF. So basically by default OVF tool will export the virtual machine as a OVF. So in this case the command is same, but I'm not giving the file name .ova extension here. So by default it will create an OVF. So when it comes to OVF, it's not only a single file, It contains multiple files like vmdk, mf files, and descriptor ovf descriptor files, and vmdks will be there. So once I enter the command, it started the export, and it is exporting my web-01.ovf files. So here I have given the directory as VM export. My export is completed here, and this is the location. So let's go to the directory. It's a web01. So as we discussed, when you see it creates multiple files like vmdk, mf, and ovf file and environment file. So vmdk number will be increased based on the number of disks in that particular machine. So we are done with this.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel.